Hey people, back with more Devil May Cry 2, and we are near the end of the Dante half of the game. And the last part, we finished going through those ruins where we fought Bulwark again, that Odin demon with the wolves. And, got whisked up to Arius' tower where we fought him, and the ritual to summon a demon called Argosax was commenced, and much of the city surrounding Arius' Ouroboros facility is turning into, well, pretty much turning into hell, more or less. And so we had to go around, and we opened up a portal to the demon world, and now have to go through it, get to Arius, stop the ritual, which of course won't work. That's kind of a thing. And then of course we defeat the final big bad. So Mission 16. Chaos ripens as the hunter runs toward the sky. Guidepost for the hunters. Chapter 12, Clause 1. I likely don't have much in the way of... No, I don't. Don't have much, sadly. What's a holy star? That will purify my body. I'm guessing that gets rid of poisons or something. No holy water. Ugh. That hell gate just creeps me out. The pulsating body and everything. Wow, they cannot hit me for shit. I love how he goes splats on the wall. That's funny. Anything up here, though? I wonder. Doesn't look like it. Into the elevator, I suppose. Oh, black armored ones. Terror Finis. Smash priceless artifacts. Unless they're fakes. I haven't used Rebellion in a while. I mean, I've been using Vendetta for I got the impression it was a stronger weapon. Nothing hidden up here. Oh, this is the tunnel where... This is the hallway, series of hallways where everything starts to get all fucked up. Sacrilege. This will generate distortion and bring the world closer to the demon world. More blue orbs for me. Yippee! Can't go wrong with more blue orbs. Secret room? Secret room. Will there be a blue orb fragment, or will it just be more health? Well, so far it's doing decent damage. Well, how about that? I did get a fragment. Whereas there were more of such cases in the other ones. Who does secret missions and doesn't even put any blue up fragments in half of them? Seriously. Store doesn't open, right? Nope. It's just, that doesn't open. That doesn't open. Just want to be certain. Put the sacrilege with the evil statue. By statue, you mean elevator elaborate elevator door. Yup. Now everything is starting to look even more fucked up. Ever so slowly. I love how, you know, I actually like that. I like how when enemies get sent into walls, so they go splat onto it. I like that. I like that little bit of extra physics. I also like how Dante uses my primary gun on one hand while he still uses Ebony in the other. Well, except for the submachine guns, of course. I could either go through that door or go to that door. I want to go check out that other door. Besides, I get more points. That's cool. I like that. Different gun in the other hand. There's a bit of a shadow problem on Dante's face. Okay, now it's really looking fucked up. Ugh. Him again. Bulwark. So much for him. Yeah, I kind of like Bulwark, at least in concept. I like that he's based on Odin, because that Bulwark is an alias Odin went by in Norse mythology. He had the two wolves falling around, Freki and Gary, and he used a spear, and, you know, you could barely tell his eyes were misshapen. One was bigger than the other. And apparently he's supposed to be a demon that once fought Sparta and was defeated and wanted to have it out with Dante as a second round, more or less. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of good ideas in Devil May Cry 2, but they're not executed very well. That's not helped by the complete lack of not helped by the complete lack of viable cutscenes and dialogue that could have explored such. Another sacrilege. More sacrilege. seconds. Oh my god, this camera is terrible. Everyone calls Ninja Gaiden's camera terrible. No, this is terrible. At least Ninja Gaiden's camera is stable for the most part. Let me guess, another one. That's what, 4 now? This is another secret room. Lord's Finis. I never used the other one. Okay, I gotta admit, fighting whopping demons throughout an elevator is pretty freaking hilarious. It's a trap. I hate this one. Frickin' Melkid, the four-faced beast from Yu-Gi-Oh! Only with 3 faces.
You must repent your sins. Don't speak. Just die.
Tries Magia. Fire, ice, and lightning. Yet another boss that is painfully bad due to how you can literally do nothing except shoot at him. I can't avoid that. Except by jumping. Okay, what was I supposed to do about that? I wanted to attack him, but... Never forget a face. Yeah, I gotta be frank. Next to the Chopper, that is one of the worst bosses in the entire game. Because all you can do is just shoot at it, and you can't really do anything else. That's what's bad about it. B, nothing but B's. Stylish average yeah, not much I can do about that. The game's combat is so bare bones that it's really not very easy to get anything. I mean, with the other games, you legitimately had to work for it, and you could, and the combat was varied enough to warrant it. The combat in Devil May Cry 2 is so bare bones, it's like there's no variety in how you could really do anything. That's what sucks about it. Not helped by bosses that all you can really do is just shoot at. Compared to the others that seem to have some thought into them. Okay, evil must be opposed and destroyed. Guidepost for the Hunters, Chapter 12, Clause 9. Can I level anything up? I'll level Rebellion up. Yeah, sure, another Vital Star. Why not? Any secret? Nope, no secrets. And this is when Arius completely flips out.
I will become an all-powerful immortal!
Wow, talk about a character change. He doesn't sound or behave the same as he did before.
What? What's going on?
Is there a problem?
You! Is that the medallia?
Yup.
You switched them?
He did not even pay attention to the symbol.
For a false god. Showtime.
Yeah, you saw that, right? Arius went from cool and composed and sounding intimidating to turning into a complete goofball with the voice of a 5-year-old. How to kill the intimidation of your villain right there. Ugh. Oh, look, secretaries. No fair, I hate minion bosses. There he is, that pussy. Kinda hard to attack the main bad guy when the targeting sucks ass.
King? Yeah. Here's your crown.
Along with your bad voice acting. Take it to him with his tombstone. Now that is, yeah, for anyone who says Dante's not snarky in this game, well, he is. Just not as much. It's still the same Dante, it's just, well, when you put it into, well, they redid the game timeline again, so now, instead of being after 4, Devil May Cry 2 does take place before 4. So, yeah, Itsuno's really trying to straighten out the timeline in preparation for 5 this time. He's basically doing what Disney... He's basically doing right what Disney did wrong with Star Wars. Instead of throwing out and disregarding everything, he's taking bits and pieces. You know, he's rearranging everything to make sense and taking the bits that everyone does like and keep there and have it make sense. Instead of tossing it all in the garbage and then bringing parts of it back and putting it in nonsensical situations. If that even makes sense. I'll save just in case. If I recall, there's one more boss after Arius, at least for Dante. Same with Lucia, but, well, different.
You defeated Arius.
Yeah, he was easy. Like everything else in this
There's
game.
just one thing left. Kill me. Kill me and everything will be over. I thought I was a descendant of the clan that protects Vie de Marly. The ones who have the blood of the devils. But the truth is, I was created by Arius. I could become a monster and attack the humans at any time. Now, kill me. It's your job to hunt devils.
And portal to Argosax opens.
What? The ritual was incomplete. But the door to the demon world is... Wait. What are you doing?
My job is hunting devils.
Once you enter the demon world, you may never be able to return. I'll go. I'm expendable. You don't need to worry about me. I'm happy if I can die like a human.
No. Devils never cry.
But...
Aww.
Let's leave it to fate. Heads, I go. Tails, you go. See you around.
Don't you want to hear the story about Sparta from Mathieu?
I know. He did the same thing. Hold on to my coin, Lucia.
See, I like this. I like the pathos here. It's just a shame there's not enough of it. Yeah, a bit of a spoiler alert in preparation for the Lucia path. Yeah, but... Frickin', yeah, Lucia is an artificially created demon. And so... But she, you know, and she was thrown out and considered a defect by Arius, and Mater, the clan matriarch of Vida Marley, found her and raised her as basically like a surrogate daughter, more or less. So she's, she was raised by humans, kind of like how Nero and Dante were, and so by this point in time, and it kind of makes sense, what was his name? A YouTuber I followed touched upon this. What was his name? The Fourth Snake? Yeah, he made a video called Don't Make Christ Deeper Than You Think, and he touched upon a lot of the themes that people often have overlooked in the games and how filled with pathos they really are. And I really like the attempted theme for Lucia and Dante and Devil May Cry 2 with, Lucia being born a demon but raised by humans, and having to come to grips with her nature. And that seems to be a common theme with the Devil May Cry games as a whole, not counting DMC. It's nature versus nurture, demons or humans, raised or born one way, but brought up differently, contrary to what you would think their nature entails. And I like that. And I really do like the attempt of the idea and attempt of what they have here with Devil May Cry 2. The problem is that it's just not done enough. There's not enough story and dialogue between characters, nearly enough. And even if there were, I don't think many would even want to go back multiple times like they would with, say, Devil May Cry 3, or even the first one, because the combat is just so damn shallow. It has some good... The gunplay feels good. I would say the gunplay is the best thing about Dante in this game, because of the different poses and weapon variety he gets. Whereas his swords are completely boring. Other than Rebellion, pretty much the only other two weapons he has in the game are vendetta and merciless, and they all behave exactly the same, just with minor differences. It's the same issue with Lucia, frankly. Hell, I would say Lucia, in terms of gameplay, gets it even worse, because she has the same 3 weapons of the same type, and as far as I can remember, has throwing darts as her ranged weapon, and not really much of anything else. I could be wrong, it's been a long time, but yeah, in terms of combat, I can understand why no one would ever play Devil May Cry 2 again, except maybe once or twice. When it's not that filled with content, and even though the story has a lot of interesting ideas and themes, it's just so pitifully presented that, again, it doesn't really make it much worth the playtime on repeated doings compared to, say, 1, 2, 1, 3, hell, even 4. Which is a shame, really. The hunter shall surpass all who came before him. Chapter 13, Clause 1. Mission 18. Argo sacks the chaos. Ugh. It's absorbed the husks of demons throughout the game, including the Griffin. How did it get in contact? How did it even get the Griffin? Like, from the first Devil May Cry, like the Griffin, the flying bird demon. Somehow he has him absorbed into him. Like, what? Did Mundus like dump his corpse into the next demonic jail cell? What the hell? Ow. I can't dodge that. There's no way to dodge that. Okay, this is stupid. This is stupid. What the fuck? Yeah, this is lame. This is very, very lame. One other thing. Change it to quick heart so I can move faster. Flight is useless at this point. While I'm at it, let's look at, I want to look at something. Hold on, where is he? Sargasso, returning enemy. Yeah, Fested Chopper, one of the worst bosses. Furiataurus, I liked him. Bulwark, Demon Warrior who had once fought against Sparta. Yeah, an interesting enemy with an interesting premise. Bulwark. Yeah, I am not getting close to that thing. I'm sorry. I refuse. Ugh, the monkey with his damn sonic balls. Huh, so it's trans then. Apparently, Dante's supposed to is supposed to go into a Majin demon form, and only here. Majin form. And... oh yeah, yellows. Extinguished. Tuh. Surprise.
Yeah. Let's go all the way to hell.
How the heck did he get his motorcycle down there? That's what I want to know. Every knee will bend trophy. And a C. Good thing I had a bunch of gold orbs spared. So yeah, Majin Devil Trigger form. The only time in the series it's ever been used. Although it may not be the only time it ever will be used, because Devil May Cry 5, and, yeah, I saw a trailer that showed it. Much as I tried to resist. Yeah, like I said, one of the very few bright spots in the game. Like Majin Devil Trigger, that thing looked awesome. It's just a shame you don't use it often. Would have loved to have seen more of that. Okay, so that is the 18 levels of Dante, and then the other half of the game is Lucia, which covers the other half of the story. Apparently, it has fewer levels by comparison. Yep, nothing but B's and about 5 C's. Not that it, which is, well, kind of, kind of hard to get above into a B and S because of how shallow the combat is. I don't know how you can. The Lucia disc. Yeah, because back then they had it divided into 2 discs, one for Dante, one for Lucia. Can change his costume to this swaggy outfit from Diesel. Is that brand still around today? Diesel? It was like a special promotion that they did or something. So yeah, the story's not technically over. We still have the Lucia half of the game, which I think I might start. So yeah, Dante and Devil May Cry 2. How do I feel about him? Well, I like his gunplay. He feels good. You could definitely see the start of what would become the style system in 3 and 4. Especially since Circles also does trickster dodge based moves. And I like how he looks. They see his hairstyle in 2 seems a little, the way his hair is structured in 5 seems a little bit similar to 2. So it's definitely after 2. So it's good to know that they're acknowledging 2 in canon while at the same time poking fun at it to some degree. I would say. It's just everything else about the game is mediocre. The swordplay is very mediocre. It's not very in-depth at all. I would say if Devil May Cry 1 was at least the base of what could go from on, Devil May Cry 2 kind of more or less just, in terms of the swordplay, went backwards. At least Devil May Cry 1 had the benefit of having a different weapon, the Ifrit. I mean, yeah, it wasn't much. You still had the Alistair and the Sparta sword, which both pretty much acted the same, but at the very least you had another weapon to fall on. Whereas this, not so much. I mean, yeah, you get 3 swords, but they're 3 swords that function essentially the same, just with slightly different stats attached to them. I do like some of the enemies, and how they look, like the goats, the demon monkeys, the Iron Maiden looking undead, and some of the bosses are cool, like Bulwark. He's definitely the best one out of all of them, with his Odin-based get up. He's like a Norse Draugr, like the ones we saw in God of War 4, only better by a slight margin. But yeah, it's just, and that goes to the bosses too. Some bosses are honestly somewhat as annoyed as I may have been in some, like say Devil May Cry 4, like Sanctus. As much as he annoyed me, as much as what was his name? As much as Arkham annoyed me in 3, they are nothing compared to some of the bosses in 2 in terms of just blaseness, like the helicopter and the whatever his name, the 3-faced monster demon. They're some of the worst in the whole series because all you can pretty much do is shoot them. Nothing else. There's really no way to do melee attacks on them unless you have like the right moment, but even then it's like not worth it. I do like the idea of Dante going around helping other, devil hunters that have problems and serves as a mentor role to them. Like, I can see that with this game. If there was ever a Devil May Cry game, other than the first one, that I would remake and redo. Like, you know how Capcom just went and completely redid Resident Evil 2? You know, new gameplay, better graphics, better storytelling, you know, and all that, just like what they did with Resident Evil 1 way back when. If I could pick any Devil May Cry game that definitely deserves to be looked at again, redone from the ground up with new visuals, new an improved script, better boss design, better combat, it's definitely Devil May Cry 2. I mean, Devil May Cry 1, I can see that as getting a good remake and remaster. I would say it deserves it. Just, hell, if Resident Evil 1 and 2 can get it, I'd say the first two games definitely deserve it too. 3, maybe. I would say 3 still holds up for the most part, even after all these years, but 1 and 2 most definitely. 1 is great for the most part, with very little you can honestly do with it. 2 definitely deserves a remake. Tighten the script, add more dialogue between characters, just improve the boss fights, improve the gameplay, you know, something. So that way you could still salvage it, because with remakes like RE2 and 1 and how some other games are remastered, it's like some games that were duds before can now be given a whole new lease on life. And this one most certainly needs one badly. Ugh. And yeah, you had the fight, and yeah, with the Majin form. I do like that. I like the extra Devil Trigger mode that you get for being low on health and still having the Devil Trigger, even if it is once in a blue moon. Combat is too easy with, you know, enemies and bosses being either tedious or simpletons. But yeah, but we still have another half of a game to go, people. So yeah, as far as Dante is concerned, gunplay is fine. Parts of his character are fine, while others are just strangely miswritten, if you get my drift. So I'm thinking I either want to take a break and do Lucia tonight or save it for tomorrow. I'm not sure, honestly. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Devil May Cry 5 is like literally around the corner, so I don't know if I should chance it by waiting till tomorrow. I think I'll do it. I think I'll take a small break, come back and do some Lucia bits, and then call it a night. So, yeah, that's the Dante half of Devil May Cry 2. Again, has some things that I like, but a whole bunch of things that are really wrong with it. So, I'll return to the game section. Yeah. So yeah, when I come back, we will do the Lucia, start the Lucia half of Devil May Cry 2, and see how I remember it, other than, yeah, how I remember it and how if it's held up to any certain degree compared to the Dante one. So, I'm going to take a quick one, and I'll be back in a few.